Hey everyone, so my name is Danny Hanna, and currently I am an undergrad biohealth profession. I am currently studying pre-medical, and that's what I chose to do for um, as a career. And in this video I wanted to share with you why is it that I picked this route and what exactly is my struggles so far. So the reason why I wanted to be a doctor is just there isn't really a reason behind it. It's a very odd story. I didn't go to school originally to be a doctor at all. I started off as a computer science major because that to me was more interesting at the time, and I thought, I was so interested into computers and technology in general that I thought maybe as soon as I get into that genre or that field, I will be able to make phones or work on, phones operating systems and all that. But I didn't know that it was a lot more complex than that. Computer science isn't just about making phones and computers anymore. It's just more of how to make everything online more user friendly. It was very complicated for me, and I could already see from the first semester that it was going to be a problem for me. I quickly, midway through the semester, just axed it out. I was like, this is not what I want to do. I can already see and I could already know that this wasn't even meant for me at all. And long story short, I remember I ended up crying actually I ended up crying one of the days that I actually was at school. I was talking to actually my mom on the phone, and I was just like, I'm kind of confused now. I don't want to do just random undecided major. That's not what I came to school for. I came to school for purpose, and now I don't have any purpose. I don't know what's going on anymore. And I got so furious and I got so scared because I didn't want to be that student that goes to school and drops out, because that's just not that wasn't my vision for really going to school. And if I started something, I wanted to finish it until the end, really. And the fact that I didn't know exactly what to do, I thought I was alone, but apparently a lot of people change their majors like a lot of times, which now it's a lot more understandable. Before I was just like, really? Do they just change that? Do they continue to switch their career choices? And yeah, turns out a lot of students do that, and I did that. Thankfully after that I didn't do it anymore though. But the problem is with keep doing that is you start later with your required courses for whatever it is that you're supposed to be going into. And for me, pre-medical was so much required. Like, it was just like a lot of heavy science required. You needed to have 1 year of biology, 2 semesters of biology, 2 semesters of chemistry, 2 semesters of organic chemistry, and psychology, and you need to have volunteer hours at a healthcare place or whatever for a certain amount of hours. And you have to take the MCAT, which I am doing right now. I'm working on it, but I'll get to that later. It's a lot to just transfer over from computer science, which was to me, I thought at first it wasn't that intense. It turns out it was a little bit intense, but of course it's nothing actually compared to pre-medical or biohealth professions or whatever you decide to be in undergrad. My experience, I continued the rest of the semester as a computer science major, my first semester of my college, and I just finished it, right? I got a decent grades. I think my GPA that semester was 3.3, 3.4 or something like that. I'm not sure. But then I started now fresh with pre-medical, I'm just gonna say biohealth profession or biology. I started fresh with the bio major, and it was just very intense. I remember I took Bio 1 and Chem 1. I also took, I think I took an English class because it was also required, and I took a history class. And a history class was just a college requirement in general that you had to do. So I took 4 classes, and I was just mind blown with how hard 2 science classes were, that semester. And it was just a very, very tough. And I gotta say, the moments where I felt like I did a right decision of making that move was when I was doing those little medical parts of biology that happened very rarely, every now and then. We would talk about cells. I would be so interested in cells, even though cells are everywhere. You learn about cells everywhere. It doesn't have to be in the medical field. We had a lab about taking blood pressure and circulation system. I just loved that so much. I'm just like, whoa, those little few times where we did those medical stuff, I just loved those moments, because I was like, this is so nice to like, you before used to go to a doctor, now you being that person that was just like, that's cool. And just not knowing what goes on inside your body just really interests me, because people are always wondering what happens, how things work, and I'm wondering that as well, but I'm just wondering on a much higher level. Like I said, I just loved that so much, and that what kept me going, Throughout the experience, I have to say, it proved me more and more that I didn't make a wrong decision. I made the right move so far. And in case you're wondering, I am currently a sophomore in college, and this is my spring semester. So I haven't registered for fall semesters just because I'm planning to take one course during the summer, and I just love every part of it, really. I don't love all the prerequisites, because a lot of them have really nothing to do with going to medical school or your requirements to get into medical school. A lot of them just are like, you need to take a history class. Like, why do I have to take a history class? It's not, what does it have to do with medical field at all? You have to do them. English, it's okay, I could understand why. But overall, guys, I just wanted to say, you have to love the subject to do it. That's what I took away from it. You have to love it to do it right, because if you don't, it's gonna be hard for you. And I loved it, so I'm going with it, even though I have to say most of the time it's very stressful to keep up with all the homework. And not to mention, but yes, so currently I am taking an MCAT class from the Princeton Review, just because there are, like I said, I started late on the biology major, so I didn't take a lot of these courses yet, so I will not be done with nearly as many things that they need at the MCAT by my junior year. So I started taking it, and I ended in April. Currently it's March. I'm not taking the exam until May 29th, which I'm extremely nervous about. But you know what? I decided to do it early because it's only going to get harder from here on out. So junior year, it's going to be more intense as I take more organic chemistry and more biochemistry stuff. I won't have time to really do any MCAT work, because I don't want to get to that point where I'm like supposed to be focusing on medical school requirements, and I'm just like, I didn't have anything ready. I didn't have MCAT done. I didn't have anything done. So tackling some of these stuff early on can definitely help you. It does come with a lot of downsides, though, such as you not knowing a lot of these subjects, which can lead to a lot of difficulty difficulty and frustration during your studying sessions. Do I have to say, you know what, it hasn't been that bad. I actually am doing a little bit better than I thought I would. You know, the only thing I would say in terms of tips is just practice, because that's what really, there's nothing I can emphasize more. It's just what helped me through the entire thing. I'm not done yet, but I'm telling you my experience so far. And I told you earlier why I loved going into it, because I was interested in the anatomy aspects of it. You have to know that you want to do this. You cannot just randomly decide one day, well, let me just try that. It's a lot of time to waste on that and to try it, and a lot of money for school to try and waste on it, really. So make sure that's what you want from the beginning, and you know, and if you do go into it, just know that, you know, it's gonna be difficult, but there will be a light at the end of the tunnel, and it can be fun along the way sometimes. Like, I am not completely there yet, like I said, but so far it's been competitive, but it's been great at the same time. So I just wanted to let you guys know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making it because, you know, I do get some of these questions a lot. Why you chose this field? Why am I going through a lot of painful moments and trying to spend like literally 8 hours on a desk for such a long time? It's all worth it at the end, and you do eventually get used to just sitting at a desk and doing your work. It's not like you hate it so much you will never like get easier. It does get easier sitting at your desk and concentrating. You just have to do it a lot. So but yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later on my vlogs. Bye.